way I'm going, and there no signs of slowing. If I go way up. If I fall, then I get up.
Welcome everybody. Good evening to you all out there, in every part of the world. You're watching DA Musical HQ, and I'm hosting a fantastic musician by the name of Frances Clare, and Brandon, her guitarist. Playing in the background, we've got Go, which is her latest release from 2019. I'll let you have a little listen to this before I hand over to our lovely musicians. How's it going? I'm your host, Dominic, and we are streaming live from Berlin. However, Frances Clare and Brandon are in Cape Town, which is great. Cape Town, South Africa, my hometown, and looking forward to having some music and to have some questions and that kind of thing. So without much further ado, I'm going to switch over to Cape Town now. And here we go. Frances and Brandon.
Hey everyone.
How's it going, guys?
We're actually great. We're really proud of ourselves because we're sitting in front of the wall that we painted on the first day of lockdown.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. That's awesome. That's awesome. Gee, I mean, this is incredible. Like, this is the first time I've actually met you guys. Was like an hour or two ago.
It's incredible. And I know we first connected when we were actually both on tour to come and visit in Berlin.
Yeah.
And we didn't even meet when we were there. So it's crazy we're meeting now.
Oh, it's mad. Well, thanks very much for agreeing to come on. This is fantastic. It's fantastic.
Yeah, welcome to our living room, everyone.
Ronnie says cool music. My dad, by the way, is watching.
Thank you. Hey.
So, all right. We just wanted maybe what we should do is ask a couple of questions to kind of get things going. And I think like one of the main things is give us a little bit of background, like where you're from, like where did you grow up, and tell the audience. Some of them will know, some of them don't.
Okay, so I know for myself, I didn't really know I was going to be going into music. I started off just really loving school, being very nerdy. And it was only when I finished school that I went to study, and I studied film, thinking I'd be a screenwriter. And we had to do a term in a different subject every single term. And I was really lucky that one of the terms was music. And I'd always secretly sat at home writing these songs, but never for anyone except myself. And it just sort of like snowballed from there. And I realized it's something that I love and I'm very passionate about.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. Excuse me, I'm just fiddling a little bit on my side.
No worries. And then as we just started reaching out to places, I couldn't believe like the whole world that opened up for us. We managed to, so we're still relatively new. We're a 5-piece band, and Brandon's not part of that band, but he is stuck in lockdown with me. So here he is. Shout out to any of the band members who are watching. I miss you so much.
Oh, man. That's hectic.
Yeah.
It's so hectic, man. It's so hectic. I can imagine. But
Yeah.
hey, at least you got a duo out of you.
Yes.
I'm just gonna quickly turn my phone on silent before things get totally out of hand here. Cool. And just we do one more, and then I thought we might sort of go into one of your songs straight away. You know?
Yes.
Because that's what what we're here for. Just do let's do like a little quick one. Okay. Easy one. Which musicians inspire you?
Which musicians inspire us? Okay, so Brandon does actually talk, so I'm gonna let him say who he likes. What musician inspires you?
Whoever's good.
Whoever's good.
It changes from time to time.
Yeah.
I'd say number one is Frances Clare. And
Yes,
then
say that.
number 2 is probably Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix, yeah. And then from my side, I'm a huge Counting Crows fan. I've always been a huge Counting Crows fan. And then I do believe that life is too short to pretend you don't like Taylor Swift. So I like Taylor Swift.
Okay, Taylor Swift. All right. So we're getting an idea of some of the artists there. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Jimi Hendrix mixed with Taylor Swift. It's a very interesting one that we're going for tonight.
Just checking something here. I see. Slow iNet. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're just getting one or two messages that are coming through here. Every now and then I like interject, but
no, that's lovely.
all right. So maybe what we should do is actually get straight into it. And what would you like to play for us first?
So I noticed that one or two of the listeners are from the Cape Town School of Songwriting. I did a course and I met some amazing people, and we've stayed on a WhatsApp group. And they just add cool people with every course. So this is the song that I wrote when I was actually at the songwriting course. I thought I'd play that for you now. It's called Young.
Perfect.
Yeah?
Go on.
Oh, let me take my headphones off quick. I'll put them back on as soon as I finish.
No worries.
Don't say you'll keep a promise if you know you can't, and don't say you know the way when there's a fork in the path. You don't have to know right now. Who says you have to know right now? Someday you're gonna pick a way to go. But for now you are still young and you can go with the flow, and you don't have to know right now. Who says you have to know right now? Da 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 da. That's what it means to be young. Da 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 da. That's what it means to be young. And when they say, what do you wanna be? You grow up, you have full permission to say older, wiser than yourself. Say you don't have to know right now. Who says you have to know right now? 'Cause every day's another Lego block in your empire, but you know that you can tear it down, build it even higher. 'Cause you don't have to know right now. Who says you have to know right now? Da 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 da. That's what it means to be young. Da 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 da. That's what it means to be young. And sometimes it's tough to keep your head above water, but just know that you don't have to listen to any orders. So see the world or see a room, play outside or play indoors. Don't ever let anyone tell you they know more, 'cause they don't really know. Oh, and do we ever know? Da 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 da. That's what it means to be young. Da 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 da. That's what it means to be young. That's what it
Fantastic. That was excellent. That was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
That was excellent. All right, I might sort of ask another question here.
Please do. I if you haven't noticed, I love talking.
Okay. Well, okay. Here's a good one, and this is from Riney, my dad. How do you go about writing songs?
So I think that I'm a little bit different to other people and how they write songs. I know when we were in the songwriting course, they were saying, set aside time, have an intention, know what you're going to write about, or like brainstorm it. Me, I sort of just get like hit by this bolt of lightning, and then I have to go and write a song. And I can go for 6 months not writing a song, and then I'll be driving. I'm normally driving when I get these ideas. It's very dangerous. I'll be driving, and then I'll all of a sudden be like, song. And then it normally writes itself very, very quickly. Yeah.
That's fascinating. That's fascinating.
Yeah, you worry it's like a superpower, and you're like, oh, have I lost it? I can't write songs anymore. And then one will come back and reassure you.
Tell me something. What generally comes first? Like lyrics or I mean.
It's sort of they come together at the same time normally. It depends what I'm writing on. So I used to always write on guitar, and I'm not the world's strongest guitarist, so that would sometimes slow me down a bit. But I also love lyrics, I love words, so I normally start with like even one word or like a phrase, and then the music comes really quickly.
Fascinating. I don't know. Like I've tried to write songs, but I don't know. Maybe I need to actually go through like a songwriting course or something like that, because like I come up with like a chord progression, and I try and think of words, and then I just have a blank.
Well, the songwriting course was very helpful, very cool, and a lot of fun. So yeah, shout out to everyone watching from there. But I also wanted to say a big shout out to people watching from obviously Cape Town, but places that aren't Cape Town. It's so cool. Linda, I saw from Glasgow. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
I know there are a whole bunch of people here. It's totally incredible. At the moment, it looks as though we've got 21 people. There are a couple of people that seem to be having some latency issues, but others are finding it that it's all working fine. So we're just going to keep on going. I'm really sorry, guys, that you're having those issues.
I know there was, I know specifically in Cape Town that there's been some terrible Wi-Fi issues, which is not what you want, especially during lockdown. So it could be that as well.
I mean, it depends on what you have with you on. I mean, I know David was saying he's on a one. What is he on? He's saying he's got quite a good fiber connection, but you know what? If you're not getting anything going to your fiber connection, then that's also a possibility. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry about this, guys, but the nice thing is that the nice thing about Crowdcast is that you can watch this after the show as well if you've had some issues, and I will also download the file and put it into YouTube. So
awesome. And of course, once we're done with lockdown, you're more than welcome to just come to my living room and we'll just do this again with you here.
Exactly. But the thing is, we'll still do these as well, even once we're finished with lockdown, or once lockdown. Yeah, we'll still do these because guys in London and guys in Sydney want to hear, and I think like the living room concert is also great because you're at home and you feel comfortable, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I normally have these fairy lights up though, but no.
Yeah, but you've got to do it. You got to set the scene somehow, right?
Yeah, it was a good excuse for us to finally get out of our pajamas. So I see you all at home. I know you're all in your pajamas. It's okay. We can't see you.
Guys, just before we move on to another question, we do have 2 opportunities here to contribute to this evening's affairs. You can also, there's a link at the bottom of the screen where you can actually contribute to DA Musical HQ, which is the stream studio, and you can also donate via Stripe. I will send you a prompt for a contribution now, and you'll receive that shortly. Okay, so that one's done. And what else did I want to say? Maybe we'll go through a couple of messages here. Linda Murray, all working well in Glasgow, on the sofa, wine in hand, loving the show. Linda, Sandy, and Gina. Okay, what else? Laura, my mate Laura from London is watching. She's enjoying this.
Oh wow! We were in London actually. We're very lucky. We were in London 2 months ago. If it had been 1 month ago, we would have been in trouble. But we were there 2 months ago.
Yeah,
in
lucky.
London.
I was watching all the progress there.
It was lovely.
How was the tour?
The tour was amazing. So that's actually, we visited Gina and Sandy and Linda in Glasgow. We had a gig near there, and we spent New Year's Eve in Scotland, which was by far the best New Year's Eve ever.
Hogmanay.
Exactly. We went to a Cayley, and that UK tour was really something special. The shows and the people that we met, it was brilliant.
That's incredible, and you just make so many memories. Don't worry, you'll still be touring there.
I do have a ticket for June. I'm a bit worried about that right now.
I'm sure you can actually adjust that. They're not.
I hope so.
Yeah. That's actually a good segue into what's your best tour story.
Our best tour story. So Brandon went on the Europe trip with me. I don't know. Can you hear Brandon if he speaks?
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Brandon,
Okay.
loud and clear.
So, okay, Brandon, you may speak. Your favorite or the funniest tour story from the tour you went on with me in Europe.
Oh wow. Where to start? Like, okay. There was one that I found funny. We had to catch a train really early in the morning, and we were going to be late because it was quite far away from where we were staying.
Yeah.
So I decided I'm going to find a shortcut.
Also, Brandon doesn't like spending money, so Uber or anything like that wasn't an option.
Well, I mean, we didn't have any money. We were busking at the time, so we had to walk, and it was about a 40-minute walk. So I got my phone out, I Google Maps, and I'm like, wait a second, there's a forest which cuts right through where we need to go. We would have had to walk down this mountain road that just winds.
Goodness
and there's a forest that goes straight down in a straight line. And I was like, yes, that's the way. Frances is not fond of forests, which I found out during that trip.
I was very grumpy, very, very grumpy. It had been a late night. It was an early morning. We were carrying all of our luggage and like falling down the hill in this
literally
forest. Like if you've watched Hot Rod, the scene where he falls for 5 minutes, that was me with bugs and I wasn't impressed.
And that was from Ryan, by the way. Ryan was Ryan was asking. Ryan Dunn.
So Ryan has actually been on a tour with us before.
Okay.
And don't worry, Ryan, your tour story is safe with me. I will hold that deep and I won't tell anyone your tour story.
Oh, is it age restricted?
No, not at all. It just got a little bit messy. Yes.
As they do. Tour stories. Maybe we should just do one of these just for tour stories.
We have a lot of good ones. There's another one where we were in Italy and Brandon really wanted to go up Mount Vesuvius, and it was going to be like a 6-hour walk in over 40 degrees Celsius. And
I like walking. I like walking.
And he'd already dragged me through a forest in Belgium. So my idea was we should go get pizza. And I ended up winning. And then we just paid a taxi to drive us to the top of Mount Vesuvius as a trade-off.
Okay. Oh, brilliant.
I can hear my mom laughing from the bedroom.
Oh, it's too much. It's too much. I think maybe another song. What do you think?
Yes, sure, yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, let's do. This is one that we performed when we were on that Europe tour, and we were really lucky that we got to play with one of our favorite bands in Berlin, who you, Dominic, also know, which is Beatenberg. And this is one of the songs we played when we opened for them. It's called Overboard. We have a music video for it.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Waves playing kiss catch with the shore, where my face still I want more. Waves playing kiss with a shore, wet my face till I want more. I am naked beyond saving. This girl's falling over. Oh 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 overboard. Boats know better than to beach here, but you lured me in so near. I am sinking beyond thinking. I'm waist deep in your clear blue water, pouring in like I've been bleached. I swear I will revoke speech until you swallow me whole. Oh 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 overboard. Let's just fall over. Oh 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 overboard. Skipping pebbles while she stares down the horizon, waiting for your turn. I'm a kid collecting seashells on an empty beach. I'm trading blonde flecked hair for sunburn. And if I were on a boat with you and I had the good fortune to splish splash crash land into the blue, I know that you'd pursue. As the riptide pulls us back and forth, I wouldn't fight my magnetic north. I wouldn't distress or seek the shores. I'd whisper, let's go overboard. Oh, 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 let's just fall overboard. Oh, 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 oh,
What a song, man. What a
Thank
song.
you.
That's so awesome. Yeah, that's sounding really great, actually. The sound is fantastic.
I'm really glad. That song always makes me laugh. It normally doesn't have that fast bit with the harmonica, but when we were on tour in Europe, we played in Netherlands, and they wanted us to do some party songs, and that's not normally what we specialize in, but we weren't going to disappoint them, so we just turned some of the songs into dance songs.
I think we've got one or two questions here actually from Pascal Skuman.
Pascal!
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Pascal asks, who would you like to collaborate with in the future? And also, what was your favorite music video to shoot?
So I'm going to start with the music video. It was definitely the one that I just finished filming. It was For Go, the song that played in the beginning. And I worked with this really talented, very, very humble director by the name of Pascal.
Aha, there's the link.
Yes. I'm sure it's a different Pascal. But and then who would I want to collaborate with? I think musically, I would love to. I'd love to work with. There's this producer, really, really talented female. Her name is Heloise, and I'm really hoping to work with her. She's also in Cape Town, so hopefully we'll arrange something very soon. And I hope she's watching this so that she gets the shout out and sends me a message.
Well, if she's not watching now, she'll definitely watch after this. Wow, that's cool. And that's that one. So I'm just ticking off the boxes here. Otherwise, our bosses here in the chat will get upset.
Thanks for all the messages, everyone. It's so exciting to have you here with us. Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. Like we've got this sort of link up, and I think it's great. So we've done that. Okay. This is a question I definitely wanted to answer. To ask at least. What were your favorite venues to play at before all of this took place?
Our favorite venues. Just of all time, or do you think in Cape Town?
I mean, you could you stretch your mind. This is a global show.
Okay. Favorite. This is so difficult. We had a lot of amazing shows, especially on the UK tour. So in London, we played at this venue called the Bedford. It's in Belgium, and they've had Ed Sheeran play there before and Sam Smith. And I kid you not, it was beautiful. It was like performing in a ballroom. There were people everywhere, and that show was really, really special. Yeah.
Wow.
So if you're ever near there, that was amazing. And then the quirkiest show, the Murrays who are watching actually came with us too. It's a little place in Ardrossen, in about an hour out of Glasgow.
Wow.
And we got there, we set up, we performed, and the whole set, I called them Ardrossen. And at the end, they were like, no, it's Ardrossen. So, yeah.
Ardrossen.
Great people, yeah.
Did they do a lock-in when you were there?
Oh, they were so great.
They
were really fun.
Ardrossen, lol. Linda's laughing, yes.
Yes. And then I must say, when we were on tour in Europe, there was a little place we played at in Paris. It's actually it was a cellar, right? What century was it?
Oh wow!
Some like really old cellar, which was so cool. That's been turned into a music venue.
Oh yeah.
And then I think I'm saying it right, Prachtwerk in Berlin.
That
we played
Prachtwerk,
at.
Yeah. That's a great venue.
That was so good.
It's a great venue.
Yeah.
When it's full, it's great because then the acoustics are great. But when it's not full, then it's like, it's a bit cavernous.
Yeah, shout out to Beatenberg for making sure it was full.
Oh yeah. I'm actually looking forward to maybe doing a show for Beatenberg on here. That should be
Definitely.
that should be interesting.
We'd tune in for that, yes.
Okay. I'm going to run through a couple of comments. People like to be shouted out here. Jimmy. Oh my God, I know it well. It's the ferry to Erin. You know, Jimmy.
Jimmy is the most lovely person.
There's some great ones. I actually one of my shout outs, one of my dear friends, Alison, and her family is watching also from London. She says, "What a lovely way to cook supper! A concert in my kitchen." They moved recently over to London in the winter, for Adam's work, and then they were hit with this crazy debacle.
Oh my word!
But it's so good to have them listening and watching, and it's great.
Thanks for watching and listening, Alison. Yeah.
And then just checking here, we've got Sarah who's watching as well. Difficult to know which Sarah it is, but she's giving some advice to people about watching. Guys, you can definitely watch this after the show if you're having problems with the internet, and I will definitely upload it to YouTube. It seems as though there's still some internet issues, but that's how it is. Anyone else that I've failed to mention? Jessica, Dean.
Is Dean on?
Yeah, Dean's on, but he's having some some difficulty with frozen pick and sound, and but yeah, David Strodel is also online, but also we had some difficulties, so I'm sure they're going to be checking it out after the show. It's a pity. And then Tracy Parsons, super excited. So there's been some great people on. I think what we should do is go into one more song.
Ready for one more song?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. This one's really special to us. We just submitted it for a songwriting competition, and it was in the semi-finals for the international songwriting competition. So very proud of it.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's called Diamond. So
okay.
Let's. Look right, and then I think about the other girls around the room and how they act so shy when light catches their face, and they try and bat their eyes and they see nothing like me, so fragile. And I'm wondering how they got in and why they're not outside, because they're all playing this game and it's cold, look the same, and I'm tired, cause I'm all diamond, no rough, I'm all aces, all sapphire, clean cut. I'm all platinum, no rust, no rust. I think it's important that I make myself real. Here I'm not seeing they're faking it. I think that I'm real. I'm so sick of low self-esteem. All the line photography, perfect sims and Playboy magazines that will never be. Need a reality check. Our ideals are bent, so please stop punishing yourself, cause you don't look like that.
Don't blame the mirror, don't change yourself, just please repeat after me. I am all diamond, no rough, all aces, no bluff, full sapphire, clean cut, no platinum, no rust, no rust. Repeat after me, I am I'm all diamond, no rough. I'm all aces, no bluff, no bluff. Full sapphire, clean cut. I'm all platinum, no rust, no rust.
You get my prize. Yay. That's fantastic. It's so good. We had a message from Linda. Julia is watching from Aberdeen.
Oh my word! Oh my word! Is Julia actually? That's crazy. That So Julia is Linda and Sandy's daughter, and she actually her birthday is on exactly the same day as mine. So we're exact birthday twins. So hey, Julia.
Hey, when is the birthday?
28th of May.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Fast approaching. as is my one on Tuesday.
Yours is it this Tuesday?
It's this coming Tuesday.
Well, I hope you're doing a live stream.
I am. I have a gentleman by the name of Michael Watts joining me.
Nice.
And it's already up. It's already scheduled. So if any of you guys want to come through to that and come and celebrate, it's actually going to be in the afternoon rather than the evening because that's just how it worked out. And yeah, really looking forward to it. Michael is fantastic. Michael is just...
The question on everyone's mind is, are you going to be delivering cake from across the world to all of the viewers?
I tell you what, if I get some advertising on the channel here and all of that, then we'll certainly talk about it. This is fantastic. Wild is saying, amazing guys, and applause from Linda Murray. Yeah, people are loving it. Anything that you want to announce? Anything that you want to say to the peeps?
So one of my friends who's in Durban who is watching, I don't know why he really wanted me to say this, Justin. I hope it makes you so happy to hear me say this on a video to the world. Penguin. Yep. He asked me to say penguin. And there we go. I've said it. But I think just from Brandon and myself, the way that everyone's sort of risen to the occasion and been supporting artists and just been supporting each other and everyone is amazing. And it just it just makes you happy, gives you lots of hope. And thank you. It's so cool that I can see people from all around the world who I wouldn't have been able to interact with another way. So thank you so much.
Oh, it's my absolute pleasure. And I'm absolutely loving these, I had a call with my folks earlier, and we're just going through one or two things and just getting everything sorted out and trying to get a little bit more structure in place. And yeah, I'm really loving this. Thank you so much for coming on DO Musical HQ, the HQ sessions, and it's been fantastic. Guys, obviously most of the links and that kind of thing are in the program in the program write-up, so if you've missed out there, go and have a look. Yeah, this won't be the last one. We're going to do more of these.
Yes, definitely. We are very excited to be a part of that. And also, we're definitely going to do what we can to get a really cool camera because I think that this is the way that music is moving. So excited for it.
Ah, fantastic. So just a reminder, people, any money that comes in from today will be split 75% musicians and 25% DM Musical HQ. So 3/4 go to the musos for setting up and the lighting and all of that sort of stuff. They've done a really good job, and the songwriting and it's just it's fantastic. So let's
And the wall painting.
anything helps. Anything helps. I have been discussing the possibility of getting you guys involved in the Patreon account if you guys are keen. But until then, you guys can still you can still contribute and donate. I will just do another prompt for contribution, and at the bottom there is that call to action that you can send money by PayPal as well. Very secure and all above board, and that's how it works. But yeah, guys, Frances, Brandon, it's been a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for everything, and I will most likely play out with another track. What track do you think we should play out with? Something from Gold?
What should we play out with? Something from, yes, please. Could you play out with Clouds Over Gold?
Clouds Over Gold coming through
Thank
to you. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming through. And this is Clouds Over Gold by Frances Clare.
Sleeping out of range, I duck, and the bullets dodged again. I'm aware of the stakes, I just like the thrill of a win. And if I'm honest with myself, I don't need much more. I'm happily
Thanks very much, guys.
and the drawbridge is torn. Is this a castle of stone? It's the place to call my home. No nights to be seen in my reality. If you were to say, let's build forts in the sky above.
Thanks very much for coming through, everybody. See you again soon, and follow all the shows and register for Tuesday. Come and wish me happy birthday. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.